Welcome back, everyone. Behind me, I have an entire paint set from Advanblack that we're going to install onto my turbo bagger right behind me. This Advanblack paint set is their Holeshot version. It's called the Holeshot because they have the tank here that's cut in and the bags that are designed a little bit different. But don't worry, I'm going to show you all of these pieces individually up close and personal so you guys can see them. And it's more of their like performance bagger kind of look, right? This Advanblack Holeshot kit includes everything. For example, in the bags, even the rubber gaskets here on the bottom, the rubber grommets, and everything you need for the installation of these parts onto your motorcycle. Before I start showing you these parts individually, I want to thank Advanblack and Alan, the entire team over there with you guys. Thank you for once again joining up with this channel and allowing me to show these parts to all of you guys to see if you guys want to get this whole set or just pieces of this Holeshot kit. The next thing I want to mention is the quality and the craftsmanship that Advanblack has and puts into their products. As an example, the inner fairing kit that I have on my Turbo Glide right now, and of course with some of their other parts, and King Tour packs that are just back here, I got thousands and thousands of miles on them, and I've never had anything crack. I've never had the hardware break or the bolts even come loose. Everything has been just perfect with Advanblack, and even more so, the color match that Advanblack has for your motorcycles is just, it's perfect. Now that I'm behind these parts here, I'm gonna cover these parts, but the first thing I'm gonna cover is the colors that I have on here. This blue one here is the 2024 Blue Burst color that Harley Davidson came out with. The white right here in the middle is their white onyx, I believe, also from 2024. And this black color here is actually their Raven metallic color that the 2024 CVO STs came out with. Their black color, not the white color. Here's the lid in Blue Burst, and it is painted perfectly. There you can see the brand of Advanblack. This is their part they're making. And this bag here, it came with the lids, and I'm not gonna open all of it, but it's like gaskets and everything. So you get this part here, and also, what is this? Oh, this is the part, the board is like fabric that comes from the factory, and this is the their version that comes with that, and I'm excited to put this on because it actually looks pretty cool and shiny. Here we have the lower fairing in Black Raven, or in Raven Metallic, I believe it's called. But look at the flake here. I hope it kind of comes out, but this whole paint has flake on it naturally from the 24 colors, but this is a lower fairing kit. Here we have the oil cooler, and it actually shows you the 3 colors plus a gray pinstripe and a red pinstripe, which I'm digging because it gives you that red, white, and blue. It's kind of cool, you know? Moving on, here we have the side covers, and I'm such a fan of these side covers because it kind of gives you that FXR look. So if you only want to purchase the side covers, this is what it looks like, and I can't wait to install it to show you guys what it looks like. Back here we have the inner fairing, also in Blue Burst, which looks great. We have the doors. Let me move this one over here so it doesn't fall. In Blue Burst. We have the dash, and we have the top piece here also in Blue Burst. Here's the tank. Let me show you what I like about it. For one, the paint is perfect. I really like it. Brand new on the bottom. You can see this is a whole brand new tank. And what I really like is the cutouts that are included already in the tank. Let me kind of stand it up here and move the camera up. But as you can see, and I'll hold it up here. But as you can see here, let me move the camera, it moved on me. There's the cutouts right here on the side. So I think this is a good angle to show you all what it looks like, because when you're riding on this bad boy, this is what you're gonna be seeing. From the side, you're gonna see the shadow and the angle difference between this piece and the top piece here. I'm really excited to install the tank because I think it's gonna make it look a little bit different. And then moving over here, we have the front fairing. The front fairing is gonna look killer. This is pretty much what everybody's gonna see. And here you kind of have what it's gonna look like. Look at that shark nose. Let me put it to the side over here. Here we have the gauge cluster in Blue Burst. Here's a saddlebag, and this is what I was talking about. From looking at from the front to back, you see that there's like, it's angled here. It also already comes with these rubber grommets in there that I was happy to see. And the Holeshot kit right here has like its indentation. So from the side, I know it's black, but that's what the indentation looks like. And then from this side over here, I guess from front to back, it gives you kind of like the cutout kind of sporty look. Moving to the back, it's also angled up here if you guys want to do some wheelies, which I have never done, so I'll leave that to the pros. And then this is what the bottom looks like. Also included in the saddlebags is this kit here, and I'm sure it's going to have just a bunch of hardware that you're going to need to complete the installation process. Here's a front fender, and it actually highlights and shows the 3 colors really, really good. And lastly, here we have the King Tour Pack. It looks really good. I'm really excited to install it. You won't see this area because that's where the backrest is going to go, but I think it looks really good, and I can't wait to install it. Today is the next day, and let me tell you guys, one thing I learned is I need to be better organized with my tools. I got tools over there, tools over here, so I need to be better organized. But anyhow, let me update you real quick where we at with the build. First, on this video, we're gonna go over to John's, and I'm gonna take the tank so that way he can help me swap the stuff over to the new tank. But let me update you with what we have going on right now. We've already installed the back. Everything went on pretty smooth. I had an alignment issue where this fender was too much to the left or too much to the right, but I figured it out. Now it's on there, but it took a little while. Also, this kit came with these brand new brackets for the King Tour Pack, so that's always nice. The saddlebags went in. It's nice and simple, but what I want to show you all, this saddlebag kit came with the set screws here to lock it in place, which I'm really happy about. And also, it came with all the hardware you need for your saddlebag lid. The side covers is probably the easiest part to install. What do you think, buddy? Maybe? Yeah? Don't be shy, my boy's 3. So yeah, so anyhow, so I did that there. That was pretty easy. This young man here helped me. And then here, the hardest part is installed, in my opinion, which is the inner fairing kit, or the inner fairing. It's already installed, and as you can see, I have the front fairing kind of in place. It's being held by these 2 bolts there because I kind of wanted to see what it looks like. But yeah, I did a lot of cleaning. I cleaned it. Be careful, buddy. I did a lot of cleaning on this motorcycle here from top to bottom. I shined it up. There's more stuff to do, but this inner fairing was the hardest part to install, in my opinion, but honestly, it wasn't that bad once I had them installed. As a sneak preview, this is what it looks like with the front fairing. I got the Ellis Fabworks headlight kit there, and the Ellis Fabworks.
Daddy,
yes, sir.
Daddy,
oh, thank you. You brought me a chair? That's so nice of you, buddy. Give me 5. You want to sit with me? Okay, come on. All right, so now that we're sitting down here, the front fairing, let me cover this again. The front fairing is on there. It's kind of as a test fit to make sure everything looks good. I think it looks great. The Ellis Fabwork kit that I have there, along with their rear tail light kit, looks amazing, I think, in my opinion. And I think this right here just looks like a total new motorcycle. I'm gonna load them up in the truck and go to John at J&B Cycle Works so he can help me swap the fuel pump over. Time has come to install the gas tank, and let me go ahead and place it here just briefly. Let me sit it over here just a tad, see what it looks like. And now we have installed the gas tank. The gas tank, I think, is a game changer, especially something you can just buy from Advanblack right out the box. In my case, it's color schemed this way. I'm out of breath because I am out of breath. Some things I want to mention with the gas tank. I didn't realize that Advanblack sends you their own gas cap, and it's actually billet aluminum. It's essentially the same kind of style where you push down and up, but in this case, this is what it looks like. But what you do, if you notice in the bottom, you just kind of press it in, turn it, and it gives you this. Now here, you have like a grip, and what that does is actually intended to tighten it down and then push this in, and it looks flush like that. Pretty cool, huh? I'm gonna put it here just like that. I'm gonna tighten it up as much as I can, and then that goes in, and that's it. Now I do want to mention that when I first tried to install the gas cap here onto the gas tank, it was too tall, it was too high. Well, lo and behold, they actually come with 2 O-rings, one that's already on here and another one is a spare. So I think those little details make a difference. Well, here it is. There's a few parts I haven't installed yet because I want to do some extra cleaning, and there's some upgrades that are also coming to this motorcycle. But in terms of the Advanblack kit here, which is the Holeshot, it was relatively easy to install. There was a few issues that I ran into. Now this is just the installation part, and then I'll tell you more on what parts or what additional parts come with the kit, right? I had a problem aligning the rear fender. I don't know why it was canted to the left a little bit, but I fixed it. It was just a lot of taking off the fender and adjusting the bolts, but I don't know why I just had such an issue adjusting it, but it was my first time, so there was probably a step that I was missing, but we got that taken care of. And then the other hard part that I had, well, I don't want to say hard part, but very involved, is removing and installing the interfering kit here. I didn't make a video of the installation of any of this part because there's a lot of installation videos, but the video that I used to reference the interfering kit is one video from my buddy Orlando over from Radar World, so I'll leave the link to that video there. In terms of the front fairing, just like any other front fairing to install, it was very easy. I just had to swap out the little clips for the bolts that are right here by the speaker pods, and that was pretty much it. Front fender, just for bolts. The side covers, this piece right here, super easy to install. I just put it in and put it out. Moving on up, in terms of the tank, it was very easy to remove the other tank, and it was really easy to install the tank. But as you guys saw, I had to take it over to John at J&B Cycle Works because I didn't have the equipment to remove the fuel pump from the old tank and add it to this tank. Also, we replaced the fuel filter, and let me tell you, if I haven't showed you already, the fuel filter that was in here after 40,000 miles was basically really dark gray black. And so it has a new fuel filter, so I'm excited to add some fuel because right now this tank is totally empty. It's never had fuel in it. And after that, we're gonna start this bad boy and hear this awesome turbo system. In terms of this top piece where the air vent is at, it was super easy. I just had to remove the air vent from my Redline red one and install it onto this Blue Burst one, which was super, super easy. The front fairing was relatively easy to install, but because it's brand new, there was a little bit of kind of movements I had to do. When I say movements in terms of getting the bolts all to line up, I'm talking about minuscule, right? But besides that, everything went on here. Everything looks great. And after looking at the setup that I have here, I think I might get a smaller lower windshield to kind of show more because I don't know, it just looks totally different. I feel like this what is this, 8 or 9 inch from Clockworks is a little too tall, but it just goes to show that when you change the color, when you change your paint set and the design of your motorcycle is the same motorcycle, but there's things on here that just look better or just different. And down there, the front fender was super easy to install. I am missing this seat bolt here simply because I couldn't find the other one, and besides that, it was super worn, so I'm just gonna order a brand new one and install it on this fender. I'll be making additional videos of this paint set and of the other pieces that I'm going to install so you guys can see the full completed motorcycle. But as I mentioned, this motorcycle, I have put it through its paces, and there's a lot of the stuff that came from the factory that was like powder coated black that is just rusty and nasty. It looks bad. So what I'm gonna do is I'm actually gonna take the floorboards off, foot controls, I'm gonna take all that stuff off, and anything else that I see that I want to get powder coated to black. Probably the kickstand and just anything else that I see that needs to get basically some tender loving care because it looks bad. I was really hoping to get this motorcycle on the road and just really show you guys what it looks like out in the sun and on the road. However, the weather has just been so unpredictable, and I also need to get fuel. We're a few weeks away from Sturgis, but all of you all that want to see this bike up close and personal, it will also be at the Advanblack booth. Now, I'm not sure exactly which days, we're kind of playing it by ear, but whenever I'm gonna go to the Advanblack booth or actually anywhere in Sturgis, follow me on my Instagram. You'll get real-time updates of where I'll be or kind of where I'm gonna be hanging out. So you wanna see this bad boy in person, you'll be able to see it there at Sturgis. But man, let me tell you, man, I really love the look of this motorcycle. I'm digging it. Advanblack, the entire team over there, thank you. Thank you very much for working with the channel. And all of you all, if you want to keep your motorcycle but give it a whole different look, let me tell you, this kit here is definitely one for you guys to consider. But if you don't like the tank like that, no problem. You don't need to get the tank cut out like that. If you don't like the bags kind of cut in and kind of short and stuff, hey, there's nothing wrong with that. I've always liked the standard bag look anyways. They do sell the other bags that go around your exhaust and stuff, so go to their website. They're all there, all different colors. And if you want a solid color, you can get this motorcycle, or this paint set I should say, in one solid color or even 3 colors, whatever you want to pick. So just go to their website, click, click, click. But if you're not sure, please give them a call, talk to them. They'll definitely point you in the right direction. That does it for today's video. If you guys found some benefit to this video, please hit that like button and subscribe, because we have more videos coming your way. Nonetheless, you guys be good and, ride safe. Peace.